Good morning on Science with Sarah. Today we're going to do a fun blubber experiment with Crisco. We are at Fair Oaks Ranch Elementary with these awesome second graders, and we say, good morning, San Antonio! Stick around for a super fun experiment.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And a special good morning to the staff, the kiddos out there at Fair Oaks Ranch Elementary. It is Wednesday, April 10th.
So I actually cooked with Crisco this weekend. Like that stuff does. Yes, I cooked. Don't look so shocked.
No, okay. I'm just waiting for the rest of the story.
It's really hard to clean up. So good for them.
Oh, this relates to the Science with Sarah.
Yes.
I got you.
Okay.
We're working it out. Okay, I got you.
The blubber they're making out there. It's going to be a bit messy.
It's your Friday. It's my Wednesday. Between the two of us, we're going to form a cohesive thought today,
yes,
right?
We're not going to be chaotic at all, like the weather was last night, Justin. See what I did there?
Now, see, that was well done.
Thank you.
What a transition. No, it was good. Yes, it was busy last night. And as we look outside, nothing to see here. Live cam is completely clear. We're going to get some gusty winds today. But the rain is gone. Did it wake you up? It was loud there for a while. We had hail, gusty winds, a little bit of damage. We're going to show that to you coming up. But I first want to start with the rainfall totals. How much rain did you get? Downtown, about an inch, 1.29 at the airport, 1.12 at Randolph, over 2 inches in Seguin. That was one of the big numbers. And as we zoom out, there was some very, very heavy rain east of Houston, over 7 inches in some cases. Temple up to our north, 6 inches, but here around San Antonio, mostly right around an inch, depending on where you were. And as we look at the weather headlines, yes, we have damage. There was some damage, pictures to prove it. We're going to show those to you coming up. And gusty winds, that's going to be a main theme today all day long. Gusts to 35 miles per hour out of the northwest. And lastly, tomorrow morning, a chilly start. We could be down in the 50s, 40s in some cases. And as we look at the big picture here, storms are advancing east towards New Orleans, Mississippi, Alabama. They will be looking at quite a bit of severe weather today. For us, clear skies, gusty winds, as we said, at a high right around 74 here in San Antonio. How are things looking on the road as the commute is winding down? Let's check in with RJ now for the latest there.
All right, Justin. Yeah, so this has been developing since about 5 o'clock this morning. And for all of our folks that were with us a little bit earlier, we see here 35 northbound at Schwab Road. So we have traffic moving along, but earlier we had a 18-wheeler fire, a trailer caught fire here, and you could see that they have removed the trailer. I mean, it was completely charred, honestly, once we got a good look at it during the day. But we do see a little bit of damage there on the shoulder of 35 northbound at Schwab Road, and we still have that right lane shut down for the time being. As we take a look at a wider look here at our map, and we have still some pretty good backups here, 35 northbound all the way down to Roy Richard Drive, FM 3009, and traffic is moving a little bit better for all of our folks coming in from New Braunfels. But again, if you're on the Schertz area, Cibolo, Selma, anywhere in between Selma and New Braunfels, still dealing with this situation out there. This is good news. We have cleared out this crash here, 410 northbound at WW Wright Road on the southeast side. We had sent out a push alert earlier saying that the entire highway had been shut down. At last check, it looks like we are clear now. Traffic had been backed up past 37 and Old Corpus Christi Highway. Also have a crash there at 410 and Rigsby, and now to the west side because we still have a crash being reported 151 eastbound at West Military Drive in this area, and a little bit further up the road 410 northbound at Culebra around the Ingram Park Mall area. So it's been very busy out there, but again, we are still following this very latest situation here, 35 northbound at Schwab Road, but at least they went ahead and moved that trailer out of the way to get the folks out there going. Mark and Sarah, back to you guys.
RJ, thank you.
Here is today's 9 at 9.
Okay, are we going to take the 9 at 9?
Probably. It looks like we're having video. President Joe Biden says Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's approach to the war against Hamas is mistaken. Biden's remarks in an interview that aired last night deepen an already growing rift between the two allies over the war. Those disagreements have compounded over the worsening humanitarian crisis in the Gaza Strip. Israel is expected to make an offensive strike in the city of Rafah. Biden's criticism also comes days after Israel's strike on a humanitarian convoy, which killed 7 aid workers, most of them foreigners.
There are strong reactions to the Arizona Supreme Court ruling upholding an 1864 law that places a near total ban on abortions. The law makes performing an abortion a felony punishable by up to 5 years in prison. Some Arizona Republicans are distancing themselves from the ruling. GOP Senate candidate Carrie Lake, a Trump ally, called the law out of step with Arizonans. President Biden called the ruling extreme and dangerous.
The parents of Michigan school shooter Ethan Crumley have been sentenced. Tuesday, a judge sentenced James Crumley to 15 years behind bars. His wife, Jennifer, received a 10-year sentence. They will both receive credit for the 858 days they've already served. The judge also said Tuesday the Crumleys may not have any contact with the families of the 4 victims killed in the 2021 shooting. Attorneys for the couple have asked the judge to lift a no-contact provision between James, Jennifer, and their son, Ethan. Currently, Ethan is not allowed to be in contact with his parents.
The FAA is investigating new safety allegations involving Boeing Dreamliners. A whistleblower, Boeing engineer Sam Salapour, alleges 777 jets could have damaged parts. Boeing disputes the 787 allegations, saying it worked with the FAA to ensure the issues don't cause safety concerns. The company has yet to comment on the allegations about its 777 jets. The Senate subcommittee is holding a hearing about the concerns with Boeing next week.
The Biden administration has finalized strict limits on certain so-called forever chemicals in drinking water that will require utilities to reduce them to the lowest level they can be reliably measured. Officials say this will reduce exposure for 100 million people and help prevent thousands of illnesses, including cancers. While health advocates praised the decision, water utilities took issue, saying treatment systems are expensive to install and that customers will end up paying more for water. Legal challenges are sure to follow.
Track and field is set to become the first sport to introduce prize money at the Olympics. The World Athletics saying it would pay $50,000 to gold medalists in Paris. $2.4 million is already being set aside for the 48 events on the program for this year's Paris Olympics. Relay teams will split the cash between their members.
The price of a postage stamp could rise again in the next few months. The U.S. Postal Service filed a notice with the Postal Regulatory Commission on Tuesday. The post office is recommending raising the price of first-class mail forever stamps from 68 to 73 cents. Stamp prices already increased in January. If this new change is approved, it would take effect July 14th.
YouTube Music has a new feature. The activity feed will alert you when your favorite artist releases new music. It will appear under the bell icon normally used for notifications. Subscribing to artists and/or channels will help you take full advantage of the feature.
Google just unveiled a new AI-powered video creation tool. It's called Google Vids, billed as your video editing, writing, and production assistant all in one. It will be a part of Google Workspace, allowing you to collaborate with colleagues in real time in the browser. And that's today's 9 at 9. For National Autism Awareness Month, the San Antonio mother shares how her son inspired her to create a safety toolkit for parents with children with autism.
Tiffany Huertas takes a look at how the nonprofit Any Baby can help shine light on the importance of fire safety for people with autism.
We have the locks, which is very important so that they don't get outside of the house. There are so many instances where children, they will get out and they don't have any way to come and say like, hi, I'm so-and-so and this is where I live.
Abby Ekmark teamed up with the nonprofit Any Baby Can to create this safety toolbox kit.
The safety toolbox is for any parent or first responder that wants it for their children with special needs so that they have a way of communication.
It was put together in honor of her 6-year-old son, Rudy Alejos.
In August of 2011, I was in a fire with my son and I tried to take us both out and he died in the fire.
Rudy had autism spectrum disorder.
I have so many people over the years, it's been over 10 years now, that they come to me and they say, because of your story, I started talking to my kids about a fire plan.
Abby says the nonprofit Any Baby Can has helped in many ways, and she is now getting ready to give back by participating in the 20th annual Walk for Autism San Antonio.
For me, I think it's the aftermath. My family gets together, we go to the cemetery and we visit him, and But I feel his presence.
The walk is taking place on April 20th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Palo Alto College. There will be an area where kids can play, dedicated to Abby's son, Rudy's playground.
The Walk for Autism is coming up, and for my family, it's not just a walk, it's a day of remembrance.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Tiffany. We want to keep conversations like this going. That's why we'll be hosting a KSAT Community Town Hall next week called Understanding Autism. Guests will be joining Tiffany to answer any questions you may have, help raise awareness, and promote acceptance. You can tune into the town hall next Tuesday at 2 p.m. on KSAT.com, KSAT Plus, or our KSAT YouTube channel. The town hall will then be followed by the Walk for Autism, which is taking place on April 20th at Palo Alto College.
9:08, 58 degrees. Still ahead on GMSA at 9.
The 12th annual San Antonio Book Festival is this weekend. And this week we're getting to know some of the authors. So after the break, we'll hear from author Elizabeth Gonzalez James about her book.
Going to college when you have kiddos can make things more challenging. Up next, how Texas A&M San Antonio is hoping to make a generational impact for our community. Getting to graduation is getting easier for some students at Texas A&M San Antonio. The campus is now offering after-school childcare.
As our Patty Santos explains, it's a boost for parents trying to build a better future.
Monica Tijerina and Jasmine Martinez are both single moms attending Texas A&M San Antonio. This semester, they're getting extra help to finish their degrees.
After we've been enrolled here and they accepted her, I thought, wow, I might do it this time. Yeah.
You feel like you're going to finish your degree?
Yeah.
Their kids attend after-school care on campus while their moms go to class, get tutoring, or study.
It's honestly probably the best thing that's ever happened to me because it's been stress-free.
The Young Jaguars program is free of charge for students who are Pell Grant eligible or single parents, saving them time and money.
I come to class 3 times, sometimes 4 times a week, and I'm just able to come and drop her off without having to figure out, who can take care of her within the family.
Catherine O'Brien is director of campus childcare. She hopes this program makes generational impacts for the community.
If we've got, somebody who can't get childcare, then they can't work. And so that makes an impact on the overall economic crisis that we're having.
The idea to open the daycare started when O'Brien noticed her students were struggling.
We started seeing students come to class and having to bring their children to class with them, or not being able to come to class because they didn't have childcare for their child. That really was kind of a red flag for us.
After school childcare averages between $60 to $100 a week per child. For some, it's also not available. According to the childrenatrisk.org, A&M San Antonio's zip code of 78224 and many Southside communities are in a childcare desert.
Providing a space here at the university has been hugely impactful.
The Young Jaguars program is made possible through a federal grant.
Mama, class finishes and this one to be for you.
For Monica and Jasmine, their kids are their biggest motivators to attend class.
She doesn't want me to miss a day. If there's a day that I don't want to come, she makes sure we come.
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
The 12th annual San Antonio Book Festival returns to downtown this weekend, and all week we're hearing from some of the authors attending the festival.
Elizabeth Gonzalez James' path to writing was not one she planned. She was originally interested in finances, but after graduating college in 2008, there were no jobs available, so her life changed.
I actually started writing to sort of deal with the whiplash of thinking that I was going to have this business career, and then I didn't. And instead, I had a baby.
Now, James will be discussing her book titled The Bullet Swallower at the San Antonio Book Festival. The book is a magical realism Western that was inspired by her family's history.
It's based loosely on the true story of my great-grandfather. He was a bandito who was chased down by the Texas Rangers and shot in the face, but he lived, and people started calling him El Tragabalas, the bullet swallower.
The San Antonio Book Festival will happen this Saturday at the Central Library and the UTSA Southwest campus. The day-long family-friendly event is free to attend. You can learn more information about the authors attending And the festival, just head to our KSAT community page on KSAT.com.
Justin, were you one of the ones that slept through the storm, or you were paying attention to every single event that was happening?
I was tuning in to Adam and Sarah for a while there.
Like a good meteorologist.
And man, they did a great job keeping us up to date. Yeah, these storms and the wind, it was a lot last night. Kept a lot of people up. We do have pictures to show you that, there was quite a bit of damage. We'll go to KSAT Connect here, and this is out of JBSA Randolph. That's a big tree, and the winds were quite strong, probably over 60 miles per hour to do something like that. So there's some damage. Hopefully it didn't do any damage to the building there or any cars or anything like that. And then this is near Central Catholic.
It's at Providence.
Oh, Providence, You're right. That fence, you can see that's Providence there. And that tree is just almost down on the road. So there's still some cleanup to be done here. And this is very much an indication that these winds were quite strong as those storms came through last night. And you could see the signature on the radar of some of these storms. They were definitely packing a punch. Let me show you some of the reports here on our authority radar. And these are just some of the reports that came in, but they give us an idea of just how strong the winds are. This is Universal City. Looks like they had a wind gust reported at 67 miles per hour. That will certainly take down some tree limbs. And then you are going to have some hail reports here. This was in Leon Valley. There's reports of 1 inch hail there, probably it's a little bit bigger than quarters in some cases, over towards Lackland. That was also the report there of quarter-size hail. We'll take one more report here. This was near downtown. Actually, that's the airport's report, which obviously is very, very accurate, 62 miles per hour. So, yeah, it was windy, it was loud. Those thunderstorms came through in a big way, but we're clearing out. 74 degrees today. 70 Fair Oaks Ranch, 70 in Bernie. Cooler than yesterday, cooler and less humid too. The one downside to our forecast today is going to be the gusty winds, and they'll be with us most of the day. Here is the big picture, and you can really get a sense of what's going on here. We've got our low spinning right here. We're on the back side of it now. Yeah, it looks like there's some rain nearby, but honestly, there is not. That is moving away, but we've got the northwesterly winds coming in. Now, some of these clouds you see here in the hill country, they could briefly come down in San Antonio, but all in all, I think we're going to see quite a bit of sun today. Now, I will point out that New Orleans, parts of Mississippi underneath a tornado watch box, that's where all the active weather will be this afternoon. Here's a look at our wind gust forecast. I think we'll see gusts 25 to even 35 miles per hour, and these winds may even grow as we head into the afternoon. So know that it will be a windy day. It's going to take until tonight for these winds to really start to subside. And I mentioned the severe weather. There is going to be quite a bit of it from Jackson, Mississippi over to Alabama and eventually even Georgia, I think a little bit later tonight as this low continues to push east. Now the backside with those gusty winds, we have a high fire danger here across South Texas. And the fire danger is going to be highest where it has been last several weeks. That's going to be out along the Rio Grande, Del Rio specifically, where there is an extreme fire risk today. Very high risk from Eagle Pass north of Brackettville, but even here in San Antonio, moderate risk. And we always give you the reminder, don't do any outdoor burning or anything like that with these kind of gusty winds because any sort of fire will spread very quickly. Now beyond today, it gets pretty quiet. 83 Thursday, 82 Friday, 84 on Saturday. We will start to add in some clouds over the weekend. And I think by Sunday, we'll start off with fog and clouds and then break out to a little bit of afternoon sun. But we're back into that more humid situation. And then by next week, there's a small chance for some storms on Tuesday, but nothing that really jumps off the page at this point. And I should also point out that Thursday and Friday morning, we're going to see some chilly mornings, low 50s. Before that humidity comes back in and pushes our lows up to near 70 by Tuesday morning.
I know probably the reading's not in yet, but gauging, how much do you think that this really helped our drought situation?
You know, we saw about an inch, 1.3 inches at the airport. That's probably not going to be near enough.
Okay.
We'll get the drought monitor tomorrow. It won't include today's or last night's rain, but we're going to need a lot more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Justin.
Yep.
9:20, 59 degrees.
Still ahead, what plan San Antonio Mayor Ron Nirenberg has for the remainder of his time in office and beyond.
And checking out Science with Sarah today, they're way out near Bernie at Fair Oaks Ranch Elementary School, where they're standing by for the latest Science with Sarah. She's live. We'll talk to David and Sarah coming up right here on GMSA at 9. All All right, this morning for Science with Sarah. Sarah Spivey and David Sears are out at Fair Oaks Ranch Elementary School.
Sarah, David, tell us about today's experiment. I heard you're making blubber?
We are making blubber, okay? We are going to be testing how animals adapt to their surroundings. David, this desk, I mean, it looks like either you grew a lot or the desk shrunk.
I'd fit right in with the second grade.
You really do. You really do. Second grader at heart, right?
That's it.
So here's what we need for today's experiment. We need a bath of ice water. David, I want you to stick your hand in that ice water and see how long you can do it without it being painful. All the way. Come on, bud. What you feeling? What's going through your mind?
It's cold.
It's cold?
And it's getting colder. My hand's getting numb. In a minute, I'm not going to be able to feel my hand. Can I pull it out?
Yes, you can take it out. You can take it out. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a little blubber package for your hand, essentially.
Blubber
in order to teach your kids that animals like polar bears, otters, those kinds of things, they use blubber.
Okay.
So what you need is a large ice bowl. You need Crisco, vegetable shortening, which does not taste good.
It doesn't?
And no, David, don't do, oh gosh. It tastes, what does it taste like, David?
It doesn't taste like pie.
Put it in one bag, like you've already done here. So you're gonna do 3 big scoops into here. This is going to be your blubber package. I hope this is big enough for your hand, but whatever.
We'll see.
Okay, so this is going to be your protective layer of blubber.
That's my blubber?
What you're going to do with your other Ziploc bag is you're going to stick your hand in that Ziploc bag.
I thought the tacos would be.
And this is pretty much to protect your hand from.
Oh, wait, let's do this. Let's do this one.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, so I'm
No.
Oh.
This is to protect your hand from all of the blubber, David.
Oh.
So you're gonna make a little seal around your hand, and now you're gonna stick it in there and see how long your hand can last with the blubber package. Easy.
Do y'all know any songs that we can sing while we're waiting? What do y'all know? What do y'all know from...
Taylor's...
How about something from Frozen? Get it? Frozen?
Hey,
Get it?
let it go. Let it go, David. Let it go. It's been pretty easy, huh, with the blubber package?
Oh, man, yeah, this is nice.
It's pretty neat. You don't like Frozen?
You don't like Frozen?
That's okay. That's okay. And coming up, these kids are going to make their own blubber packages. Did you guys stick your hand in the frozen water?
Yes.
It was cold. Okay.
It was not.
Stick around for a fun experiment.
It's working. It's working. It's working. Look at it, my hand's in there.
Okay, show off your blubber hands, guys. You got your blubber hands? Okay, good. All right, so what I want you to do first is stick your hand in the ice. Yep. Okay, is it a lot warmer?
Yeah.
Oh, well, make sure the ice water doesn't get inside the bag, okay? Is that better? Is that good? Wow, what does it feel like?
It feels good.
It feels kind of like warm almost, right? Like the blubber is protecting your hand. So what animals use blubber?
Polar bears.
Polar bears, good one. Okay, you guys are awesome. Are you guys ready to do this?
Yes.
Okay, stick your blubber hands into the ice bath. Be careful to not let the ice get into the bag, okay? Whoa, so what are you feeling? What's going on?
I feel warm and usually it's cold.
Yeah, usually how long could you stick your hand in the ice without the blubber?
15 hours.
Oh, you think you can do it for 15 hours with the blubber package?
I can do it for 10 seconds.
10 seconds without it? Yeah, isn't that crazy? What other animals other than polar bears use blubber?
Seals.
Penguins, good. Okay, let's check these guys out. Look at your blubber hands. Show off your blubber hands. Pretty awesome. Okay, if you want, you can go over here and then stick your hand in the ice bath.
All right, go.
Whoa, watch your baggie. Make sure your baggie doesn't get ice in there. Yeah, that's a key. You want to make sure you don't get any ice in your baggie.
It's fine. I don't care if the ice gets in. My house won't even be cold.
Oh my goodness, your hand won't even be cold. Okay, so what are you guys feeling and thinking right now?
It's warm. It's warm. It's a little cold because I got water in there.
Oh, you got a little water in there. Well, that's okay. So other than penguins and polar bears, what other animals? Sea otters. That's a good one. Great job, guys. Okay, are you guys ready? Man, look at your Crisco tower you made there. Okay, all right. Dig your blubber hand into the ice bath. Make sure, oh, you dipped it all in there. Okay, but look.
Got my paper wet.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Okay, so. Well, you're sticking your hand in the ice there. What does it feel like? What does it feel like?
It feels warm.
It feels like almost warm, like not even just like regular, like warm. You got a little ice in your hand? Okay, so other than sea otters, penguins, and polar bears, what other animal would use blubber?
A seal?
A seal, or a whale. That's a great one. Okay, you guys ready? Y'all are ready. Look at them. They're all ready to go. Okay, make sure your baggie make sure the top of your baggie doesn't get ice water on it, okay? 3, 2, 1, go.
I don't feel anything.
Oh, you got a little ice water in there. What does it feel like?
It feels warm.
It feels warm? Oh my goodness. That is so cool. That is so cool. Okay, guys, you guys are the last one, so you got the hardest question. You ready? Other than sea otters, penguins, seals, and whales, what animal could use blubber? What have we left out? Ooh, that's a good guess, but octopus live in warm. What's a big mammal fish?
Oh.
Well, it's not a fish if it's a mammal. What's a big mammal that swims in the ocean?
Killer whale.
A whale, exactly. That's exactly right. You guys are awesome.
How does it feel?
It feels very, very, very warm. Like
It feels warm?
it feels warm.
Even in the ice?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
guys,
it's working, right?
Yeah, it's working.
So if you guys had gloves with blubber, your hands would ever get cold,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
all right, eyes on me, guys. Eyes on the
Never,
camera.
like, so
What did you guys think about this experiment? Awesome.
And yet-
Okay, so wave your blubber hands to your parents. Wave your blubber hands. For more Science with Sarah, you can go to KSAT.com. I just have regular hands. I don't have blubber hands.
I want blubber hands.
Good.
David and Sarah, thank you guys.
Thank you. That was one of the cutest ones I've seen so far. Thank you, guys. Oh, and a South Texas girl, I get cold anything under 70, so I wish I could have blubber hands, keep my hands all warm. But Justin, picture perfect skies out there now after that chaotic, loud night we had.
It was loud. We had the storms come through right around 10 o'clock. And, we had hail, gusty winds. There was some storm damage out there, a lot of rain, too. That has all since passed us by. So what we're looking at now are clear skies and actually a really nice day. If you take the winds out of the equation, there's the satellite picture. Yeah, we do have a few clouds trying to creep into the hill country. We'll keep an eye on that. It's not going to bring any rain, but you may see a few clouds drift down into San Antonio. And also our far eastern counties still seeing some clouds, but those will go away as our storm system departs the area. As we look outside, 59 in San Antonio. That's refreshing. Northwesterly winds at about 16 miles per hour, especially after yesterday. It was warm and it was humid. 62 in Seguin, 54 Bernie, 55 in Kerrville right now. In our forecast today, we'll keep it sunny. 66 in noontime. There's the northwesterly wind, though, anywhere from 10 to 20, gusting to 35. Tonight, we'll slip down out of the 70s, so our highs somewhere around 74, 75. We'll slip down into the 60s, mid-60s by 9 o'clock. And it will turn pretty chilly by tomorrow morning, 52 on your Thursday morning. And we'll see some 80s as we head into the weekend. We have a few more pictures to show you on KSAT Connect. We'll talk about that and what you can expect again next couple days coming up in just a few minutes, guys.
Preston, let's go outside right now. Check out TransGuide around town, and things look pretty good. We've got some stalled vehicles here and there, but no big deal. The cleanup is continuing out there. Northbound 35 at Schwab Road. Only one lane is currently still blocked.
Well, guys, we did it. The Spurs have avoided the worst season in their history.
Whew.
Sort of.
San Antonio got win number 20 last night up in Memphis. RJ Marquez is here with more on last night's win.
Yeah, so we say sort of because they actually tied. So we are still tied for the worst record in franchise history, but still 3 opportunities for the silver and black to get win number 21. And then we are going honking, everybody. Justin? No, okay.
No.
All right, and you know what, guys? I do want to admit something here. As the kids say, I am ready to take an L on this because I thought that we would have already seen sort of the Victor Wembanyama year one start to wind down, but that has not been the case. He is actually playing a lot, and I'm curious as if maybe they want him to get on an All-NBA team. Third team is still an option. Obviously, Defensive Player of the Year, that I think is still in the running as well. Real quick, some Wemby stats, guys. 23 points per game in April, 13 rebounds a game, 7.3 assists, and 6.5 blocks a game. Those are Justin Horn type numbers out there on the open.
Are they?
Okay, but he is doing some great things. The Spurs, in fact, are 7-10 in their last 17 games. Makes you wonder about how they're coming along. And we've seen some highlights here. Julian Champagnie last night, 17 points. Blake Wesley, 13 points. We saw Wemby right there with the 18-point night, 7-block night. And if this doesn't scream Defensive Player of the Year, I don't know what does. I mean, what other NBA player makes you do that? Yes, the Grizzlies did get the layup there, but 3-on-1, these guys pass this ball around like a hot potato. They don't want to go up against him. He makes all of these guys think twice.
No, you take it.
Hot potato here, hot potato there. Either way, so Wemby finished with seven blocks last night, 18 points to lead the Spurs to a nice victory, 102-87. We saw Julian Champagnie a little bit earlier. Let's hear from him.
Well, obviously some guys are out, so the role kind of expands. As well as the playing time, but coach and my teammates been telling me the same thing all year. Just shoot the ball when it comes, shoot it. And some games it's scoring a lot, and some games it's playing defense. So end of the season, it's kind of time to just play and have fun and show a little more of your game. So that's kind of what's going on right now. So yeah.
All right, 17 points for Julian right there. And the thing is, guys, with this win, the Spurs have actually played themselves out of the bottom three teams. Those are the three worst records in the league, so that has the best opportunity to get the number one draft pick. They now have the fourth worst record, but it is fine because, honestly, there is no other Victor Wembanyama in this draft. This draft is considered to be not that great by a lot of NBA expert standards. So the Spurs picking fourth, fifth, I don't think that's going to matter too much. Interesting quote from one of the Grizzlies players yesterday, talking about Victor Wembanyama talking trash out there. He said that, this is from Gigi Jackson, Grizzlies forward. He said that he is so high in the air that when he talks trash, it sounds like he's whispering.
Love it. Love it. That's awesome.
That's awesome. I love the respect and the awe that the other players have for him.
They definitely, yes, are awe-stricken whenever they have to go up against him. And again, it makes them think twice about driving into the lane, kind of changes the offense. So I think the Spurs still trying to make that push for him to get Defensive Player of the Year. Now, thing is, they play Oklahoma City tonight, so it's a back-to-back game. Still no word on whether Wemby will take the court tonight. Right. He hasn't played a lot of back-to-back games, but we will see what the injury report has to say later today. And then they finish off with Denver and then also back home against the Pistons. So they still have a shot to get win number 21, but still some tough matchups there.
So he has the alien campaign going for him.
Yeah.
He should be like Alien Whisperer. I think that's something they need to push.
Alien Whisperer. Okay.
That sounds.
I think Nike's going to be calling you up for that, Sarah.
Call me. Got some ideas.
RJ, thank you.
Yeah.
Go Spurs go. 9:40, 60 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9.
I love this. I can't get enough of this. The San Antonio Zoo, about how some of the animals there reacted to the eclipse on Monday, what they found out when we come back. It's always a great day to go to the zoo. This is my favorite part of the 9 o'clock, not getting to anchor, of course, with Mark and Justin, but taking zoo cam because I love looking in this live zoo cam. So we got the flamingos, and they're actually pretty active. Earlier, they were kind of in the shadows, but they're enjoying the sun right now, Justin. It's nice and sunny. I'm sure they were a little scared after all that thunderstorm.
Might have been.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the zoo, this is the video they posted for during the eclipse. So what you're going to see here, first you can see the meerkats, and the zookeepers say during totality they started running around erratically, like what is happening, all in one large group. They also started their nightly routine as things got dark. Thank you for the soundtrack. As it got darker, they started their nightly routine, which supports the hypothesis that diurnal animals, those who are awake during the day would display their typical evening routines.
I think they're just, freaking out. Look at them. I mean, it was kind of crazy. So they monitor the whooping cranes who started dancing during totality. That sounds like very ritualistic there. These birds are known for the fancy dance moves often observed during courtship rituals. Oh, okay. But it's also a form of communication between males and females.
And then the flamingos, they gathered in a big group during the eclipse. Zookeepers say this gives them a sense of safety in numbers, acting as a bit of a defense mechanism against possible predators. The San Antonio Zoo said in their post that while it's possible some of these behaviors may have been a coincidence, it certainly caused a difference in typical day behavior for just about all the animals out there at the zoo.
Yeah, I think they're just a little rattled, a little confused. Like, oh, what's going on?
I got to be honest with you. I theorized that because the zoo was not in the path of totality, that not much would happen. But the animals proved me wrong.
I think it's still with the clouds on top of it. I think it just got dark enough, like right outside the line of totality, where everyone's like, "What's?"
I think you're right.
Yeah.
And the animals are very in tune on what's going on in the world. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's cool stuff from the San Antonio Zoo. And the rain last night, I don't know if it affected the animals at all, but certainly a lot of people in San Antonio heard it. We showed you some of the totals earlier, but I want to show you where we are for the year. So we're at 9.96. You know what? That's not bad considering where we've been over the last several years. So we're now 3 inches above average. Unfortunately for Del Rio, you didn't get any rain last night. So you're at 0.64 for the year. You're now 2 inches below average. And that's why there's such a high fire danger out west today because of numbers like this. Austin's doing really well too. They're at 12.34, 4 inches above average. So for the moment, we're okay, but we certainly could use some more. Here's an example of just how much rain we got out in the Live Oak. 1.5 inches there, according to this rain gauge, and that jives with a lot of the numbers that we saw here across San Antonio last night. So yeah, it was good rain, over 1 inch at the airport as well. So we appreciate you sending in that picture. Let's talk pollen count. Now, conventional thinking, the rain would have washed out the oak. We would have seen molds come up, but the oak numbers would have gone down. That did not happen. Oak is now high at 2,890. Molds are moderate, so they jumped up at 760, and pecan jumped up too. It's in a moderate level at 110, so not a great pollen count today. Here's satellite picture. We've got some clouds trying to work in from the north and west. These clouds may eventually work their way down towards San Antonio, but I also think they're going to break up as we get later into the afternoon. We'll keep an eye on them. It's still sunny here in San Antonio, and I think for the most part, it's going to be a mostly sunny to sunny day. Not necessarily the case in Fredericksburg and Kerrville right now, though. And as we look at the bigger picture, those low clouds on the backside of a big upper level low that's spinning here across Texas. And off to our east is where we're going to see quite a bit of severe weather today. You see the tornado watch box. So it's within this range here where we're going to see more strong storms. We saw a lot of those move across East Texas last night. Now these will advance east. Places like New Orleans, Mississippi, Alabama under the gun today, with potentially some tornadic storms as this low moves off to the east. And you can see the severe weather threat from the Storm Prediction Center has it at a pretty high risk there in that general vicinity. Now on the backside of it, we've got the gusty winds here and a high fire danger. We talked about the lack of rainfall out west. Well, you combine that with those gusty winds and dry air, and you've got a pretty significant fire threat later this afternoon for those west of I-35. 59 right now, dew point is at 45 and falling. Northwesterly winds at 16. Those winds are going to be a big factor in today's forecast. I think we'll see gusts anywhere from 25 to maybe even 35 miles per hour. This is the forecast wind gust at 4 o'clock today. And we're thinking gusts close to 30, 35 here in San Antonio. And we could even see some gusts close to 40 in places like Del Rio and Uvalde. Then as we get into this evening, still gusty even around 7 o'clock. It's going to take until probably 10, 11, 12 o'clock for these winds to finally kind of lay down and subside. And we'll certainly see less wind by tomorrow morning. Our forecast today, 66 noontime. We make it up to around 74, 75 this afternoon. A really nice day if you take the wind out of the equation. And then as we get into tonight, we dip down into the 60s and eventually 50s by tomorrow morning. So it will be kind of a chilly day to start your Thursday. 83 for a high. And then we'll be in the 80s the rest of the week. The weekend brings a bit more cloud cover and then maybe a small rain chance as we get into early next week, but a quieter pattern than what we've been seeing.
And then too early to tell for Fiesta, right? About rain. I know we all think about last year when it got rained out and it almost flooded the park.
Too early to tell, but what we do know about climatology around Fiesta is that it's usually warm and humid at least one of the days, and then we at least have thunderstorms somewhere mixed in there at some point. So we'll certainly keep you posted.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you, Justin. Just about 10 till 10, 60 degrees.
After the break, what plans San Antonio Mayor Ron Nirenberg has for the remainder of his time in office and beyond.
San Antonio's Mayor Ron Nirenberg laying out his vision for the remainder of his time in office and beyond. His annual State of the City address focused on the area's robust real estate market and strides in workforce development.
Our Dylan Collier with why some are questioning the mayor's progress on that project, and also what the mayor thinks about a hot topic not in his address.
I was living life on a here and there basis.
Before Mayor Ron Nirenberg even took the stage in front of a packed grand ballroom inside the Marriott River Center, a video played of testimonials from graduates of the city's Ready to Work program. The $200 million initiative took up a lot of space in the mayor's prepared remarks.
Too many San Antonio families remain a missed paycheck away from disaster.
District 8 Councilman Manny Pelaez, who said his announcement this morning that he'll run for mayor next year when Nirenberg is term limited was purely coincidental. Pelaez called Ready to Work too important to fail, but said nearly 2 years after enrollment began, its impact has been minimal.
There's a lot of people in the community who are very worried that we're not hitting a lot of the numbers that we thought we'd be hitting at this point.
The mayor pushed back on the criticism.
This is a work in progress, and we're not counting widgets, we're changing people's lives.
Absent from the mayor's address, the status of talks to move the San Antonio Spurs downtown. Despite a veil of secrecy, buzz about the potential move continues to build. With UTSA's announcement last week that they will tear down the Institute of Texan Cultures and rebuild the museum somewhere else, comes renewed speculation that this area could someday be home to a new Spurs arena. The mayor said he had no announcements on that front, but did explain why he believes downtown is the proper place for that type of venue.
Major event venues are most suitable in the places where we have the most people being able to access them.
The city, it's important to note, was given the exclusive option to buy or lease the nearly 14 acres of land earlier this year. Dylan Collier, KSAT 12 News.
Happening today, a Fiesta Medal giveaway for the Weather Authority Medal.
Yeah, it's going to be at Desk Galore on Meadow Leaf Drive. That's near Marbach and Loop 410. The line this afternoon starts at 4. The giveaway will be at 6. Justin, who from the team will be there?
It is going to be myself and Mia.
What a fun group.
Yes, we're going to have fun, so please come join us. We'll give away some medals.
Awesome. Forecast come up in a sec. Let's take a quick look at TransSky 90 at General McMullen. Bright sunshine, traffic's looking great. Also at 281 in San Pedro.
Yeah, really nice day underway. We've got some gusty winds, and those will stick with us most of the day. 75 is our forecast high. 52 tomorrow morning. So we'll have a couple mornings that'll feel good, but then the moisture starts to come back and it gets a little sticky by the weekend. And that could lead to a few rain showers, maybe some storms by early next week. But this is a more quiet pattern compared to what we were in last couple of weeks.
I cannot believe it is Fiesta season. The medal giveaways have
Just
started.
around the corner. You've worked a healthy stretch here, so it's time for some time off.
Yes.
Well deserved.
I'm going on vacation, guys.
All right.
Hey, but KSAT is going to still be here for the noon.
Of course.
So stick around.